Hey, what's happening, nation? It's Sanjoku. You guys know I love screwing around outside, and I love checking out these trail cam videos just to see what people catch on them, and just to see like what kind of weird shit's actually out there. So I want to take a look at a couple videos tonight. I want to get your guys' opinions on it. We're not going to waste too much time. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. If you are new to the channel, please do think about subscribing. I really do appreciate that. And I officially think the Raiders have done enough moves to where I should be able to bust out a Raider video in the next day or two. I will definitely be live for that. It's going to be the nation's voice, the same like it has been since day one. So be sure to check back and be sure to check that out. So let's go ahead and jump into this, man. We're going to start off with Calvin from Slapped Ham, and then we're going to move into one more video. Both the links are going to be in the description, so be sure to hit me up. Give me your thoughts, man. And I love Slapped Ham. Be sure to go check this channel out. I've been subbed to this dude forever. Puts on a great show. It's always consistent. He uploads all the damn time. So be sure to go over there. Like I said, links in the description. Click on it. Go sub this, man, so I don't catch any shit for this. But let's jump into it.
From a UFO in the night sky to children lost deep in the woods. Join us as we take a look at 12 creepy trail cam photos you need to see.
When Mississippi couple, the Shadows, checked their trail camera for signs of game, they were shocked at what they saw.
That deer just frozen in that. It's too high up to be a car.
Taken in February 2014, a number of unsettling images were captured on the family's hunting camera. Over a span of 40 minutes, a series of strange objects appeared on the horizon. They gradually got brighter and brighter until this image was captured. It shows what looks like headlights, but they're clearly hovering in the air. The camera shoots in infrared, but inexplicably the deer is lit up. Some internet commentators have offered the theory that it's the deer's eyes illuminating into the camera, creating a strange effect with the light. However, when the image is adjusted, it shows that the deer is looking away from the camera. A CNN reporter went to investigate the site where the footage was taken. There are no roads or clear explanation for the hovering lights. The farmer thought it may have been a
You can tell that the deer's paying attention to it, like he's focused on that damn thing.
government drone, but other than that, he is dumbfounded by the event. When this photo was captured by a trail camera in early 2013, the internet was abuzz with theories. The strange hairless creature surely is mysterious. Many thought it was proof of El Chupacabra, a beast from American folklore that sucks the blood from helpless animals. Others thought it was a mutated hybrid animal that had never been seen before. Then there's the more grounded opinions that this is simply a coyote suffering from mange. Whatever the case may be, it makes for a fascinating image. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.
Been seeing more and more of these animals like this. I really do think it's mange just affecting different dogs and coyotes and different animals like that. A real bad case of mange like that, I mean, it's going to end up killing this animal, which totally sucks, but they end up looking pretty damn weird by the end of it.
In the summer of 2011, a homeowner in northern Georgia was noticing strange lights coming from the woods at the rear of his property. After alerting authorities, he was advised that it may be illegal
That
raccoon
looks like an angel, not gonna lie.
hunters that had been spotted in the area. Frustrated, the homeowner placed several trail cameras around the property to catch the intruders. After reviewing some of the photos, the owner was stunned at what he saw. This photo shows some kind of glowing figure wandering through the woods. It has an outstretched hand holding a stick or wand. It looks as though a trail of light is emanating from the back of the humanoid figure. The trees are reflecting the light as well. Some say this is a doomed spirit forced to wander the woods. Others think it's a fairy or entity from another dimension. Whatever the case may be, there is yet to be a plausible scientific explanation for this image.
Dude, that is insane. If that's a real picture, that is insane. What the hell could that possibly be? We found Mother Nature. Filmed her, photoed her up.
There's not a lot of solid information on where this photo was taken. It shows a hooded figure carrying a scythe in the middle of the forest. His hand looks eerily skeletal and his face is blurred white. Many have said that this is the Grim Reaper himself looking for souls to take to the afterlife. This photo could have easily been staged. The owner of the camera or someone who knew about the camera's location could have dressed up and posed for the photo. If that's the case, kudos to the outfit. It's made for a very chilling image.
Yeah, that's a cool picture, dude, but that's definitely, that ain't real.
And if it's not the case and it's Death himself, well then I may have just peed a little. This photo, taken in August 2012.
Like, those are the ones right there, dude. Like, if I was checking my my damn live cams or my trail cams, and I was going through like photo by photo, just seeing if I caught an animal, seeing what I did catch on there, and then something like this popped up. Like, I'd want to sell my house. Like, I'd be gone. That's creepy as shit.
12 shows a strange figure in the middle of the woods. The camera, which is motion activated, captures images in infrared, so there's no lighting to scare game away. The hunter that owns the camera said it was placed 5 miles from the nearest house and 10 miles from the nearest town. But there, close to midnight, is a robed person kneeling down in the middle of the forest. Some theories suggest it's...
That's another one, dude. People know where these cameras are. And it's like, you go out there, you get a picture like this, that very well could be like the lady that set this camera up going out there and just kind of screwing around to get some clicks and views. Still a creepy ass photo though.
A member of the occult practicing Wicca alone in the woods. Others have noted that it almost looks like the person is eating something while they're kneeling on the ground, which has led some to think that this is a zombie. Again, this could have easily have been staged. What do you think this is? Why would anyone be wandering the woods late at night miles from the nearest town? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. This probably isn't the kind of big buck you want to see on your trail camera. A half-naked dude with a bulbous belly button roaming your property. This image that's...
Oh, hell no. Me and my buddies would be sitting out waiting for that big shirtless dude to come back the next day. I promise you that. All right, get your big ass off my property. I don't know what the hell this thing is.
Surfaced in 2014 is allegedly a heat signature of a bizarre animal captured by a geologist working in a New Mexico oil field. Many claim this monster to be a skinwalker, a mythical creature from Native American legend that has the...
That thing is weird as shit looking. It almost has hoofs on it. Got a kind of a semi-human face. Got a big old ass on it.
ability to shapeshift into any animal it chooses. Others believe it to be a hoax, claiming it's a still from a little-known 1980s science fiction film. What do you think, hoax or proof that a skinwalker is prowling the oil fields of New Mexico? There is next to no information available about this photo, which leads me to think it's a hoax. It's a deer lit up by an infrared hunting camera, but in the background is a chilling image of a spectral figure rising out of the brush. It looks as though it's screaming in agony. I'll put this one down as most likely a photoshopped.
This is definitely a Photoshop job. Kind of blur out the bottom, blur out the face. Yeah, no, I ain't putting no stock into this one either.
Job, but if you have any information on this photo, please let us know in the comments section below. This photo has been doing the internet rounds for a few years now. Captured in 2009, it shows a young boy wandering through the woods late at night. He looks entranced with glowing wide eyes. From his posture, it looks as though he's shuffling awkwardly, possibly injured. What is this kid doing all alone in the middle of...
I mean, his eyes are just because the light's from the trail camera, but I'll tell you, dude, if I saw this on my trail cam, I'd have a damn search party out there the next day, especially if this kid was just wandering around. Plus, it looks like his hand's all jacked up. Maybe a little bit bloody, something going on. Little kids get lost in the woods all the damn time. If you have a big chunk of property that's like on the back end of like a park or something, and you see something like that, you gotta report that, man. You gotta report that and get like a team together to go out searching for this poor kid.
The forest. Is he sleepwalking, or is it something far more sinister? Maybe it's a zombie or wayward spirit. If this is a ghost captured on film, it has incredible detail that's normally missing in paranormal photos. Or more sensibly, it could just be the neighbor's boy playing tricks. It would appear the slew of...
Oh hell no. I would be sitting on my property with my rifle waiting for this big clown to show his ass back up, and he would be immediately shot in the ass, like immediately. That's probably staged too, man, but I'm telling you, this isn't staged, and I've seen some where like people are flying drones and there's clowns just walking through a cornfield or something. Dude, this whole little clown craze that kicked off a few years ago, no freaking chance. That dude would catch a bullet, I promise you that.
Clown sightings across North America may have started earlier than first thought. On August 30, 2009, this trail camera detected movement mid-morning and started capturing images. When the owner reviewed the picture, he was shocked to discover a clown had been roaming his property. The camera was placed in the middle of the woods, miles from the nearest town. Why would a fully dressed clown be stalking the woods that early in the morning?
Ah, screw that. I saw clowns in the 80s, dude. You can pop that dude's nose, pop his nose, and that whole problem goes away.
Even if it was some local playing tricks on the hunter, it still means they were dressed as a clown deep in the woods. That on its own is creepy enough.
Creepy as shit. Grown-ass man dressed up as a clown walking through the woods. You deserve what you get coming to you at that point.
Unsettling trail camera picture shows a little girl lost in the middle of the woods.
That is creepy as shit. Her eyes are closed. It might have just been the time the picture was taken. Like she might be holding something. The deer is looking at her and the deer is not freaked out. Little kid walks up on you that close and you're a deer. They're bolting, like just taking off completely. It looks like there's another big ass deer right here. So I don't know. This one, I don't know how this, unless this is Photoshop, dude, this is creepy as shit. Like truly creepy.
In the foreground, a large, well-horned buck stares ominously at the camera. A doe, strangely unafraid, is looking straight at the young girl. It's odd that they're all standing so close to one another. Normally, deer are easily startled and will never stand that close to humans. The girl looks barefoot and dazed. Unfortunately, there's no solid information about this picture. There is a chance this camera is set up near a camp.
This is still a tough Photoshop because you got branches coming up in front of her. You still got the branches going behind her. Like the deer's planted in the woods. This deer, I mean, this is a tough one, dude. Because that would be a hell of a Photoshop job, and that little kid is creepy as shit.
Campsite, and the girl may have just been curious about the animals. But still, it's scary enough for a girl that young to be so close to a buck of that size in the middle of the night.
By herself.
What do you think is happening in this picture? Let us know in the comment section below. When this photo was submitted to Reddit in 2012, the forum went into a frenzy of speculation. What's now known as the Wisconsin trail cam mystery, this startling image has baffled analysts.
No, we got these in Georgia, dude. This is called a crackhead. Just kind of wandering your property super late at night.
For years. The shambling creature seems to be wearing tattered rags with a hood draped over its hunched shoulders. Some have noted the footprints running across the ground as if the beast is tracking them. There's been no reasonable explanation for this image. Opinions range from a Wendigo to a zombie or even a lost soul forced to eternally wander the woods. Some have said that it's a smear on the lens of the camera or just a person with a sheet draped over them.
Yeah, that's your everyday crackhead right there.
Whatever the case may be, this is one of the most baffling trail cam pictures ever taken.
So what do you think these trail cams have captured? Is it all a big hoax or something far more sinister? Let us know in the comment section below and we'll have a good chat about it.
Alright, man, that's Calvin from Slap Tam. Definitely go check him out. I got one more video that I want to check out. I'm going to go ahead and get it pulled up real quick. I think it should be pretty cool. Hopefully the images don't overlap too much. So give me just a second. We'll go ahead and jump into it. Alright, this video is brought to you by Be Amazed. They are an awesome channel, like a really awesome channel. They have like 8 million subscribers, so you know they're doing something right. But their link's in the description. Be sure to go check them out. But this is the weirdest things ever caught on trail cams. This should end up being pretty good.
Trail cameras are used by hunters and animal lovers alike to keep tabs on nature. They can be set up almost anywhere, and using inbuilt motion sensors, the camera is triggered whenever something in the vicinity moves. It's perfect for tracking animals from a distance, but
I'm not gonna lie, if you have like any kind of property and like sometimes you see deer or something, you can get a pretty cheap ass trail cam from like Walmart or something. Mount that somewhere back in your property. You'd be amazed the amount of things that you catch on these things.
with nobody watching, sometimes these cameras capture more than their owners
More meth heads. Told you, man. They're everywhere.
bargain for. Let's check out some of the weirdest things ever captured on trail cams. Oh dear. Deer are some of the world's most majestic animals, but sometimes their own antlers can compromise their dignity. Like this guy who really decided to put the buck in bucket.
Oh man. Like that shit's just sad to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
A beta board user by the name of Emu Man posted this incredible trail cam shot for the internet to see back in 2009. Apparently, his neighbor, an avid hunter, was baffled when he found the bizarrely comical moment on the trail cam he used to see what wildlife frequented the local area. After all, carrying around that burden, potentially for months as far as we know, isn't exactly the usual way of completing your bucket list. Nature's apex predator. Ah yes, nature's most ridiculous predator caught on tape, the clown. This trail cam footage was captured.
I swear, dude, another one. Like I've had chunks of property before. If I ever caught something like this walking on it, I'm telling you, we camped out with our rifles just waiting for somebody dressed in a clown outfit to come walking their ass up on that property.
In Pennsylvania in September 2016. It followed a spate of creepy clown sightings
I ain't gonna kill nobody, but I'll shoot a clown in the knee. I promise you that.
across the USA from August through September of the same year. Now, this clown clearly knows where the camera is and seems quite confident in his budget Joker routine, but it doesn't exactly make it look like he's got a lot going on at home. If you're bored enough to wander around local woods in an ill-fitting clown suit,
But if you're coming walking straight at the camera like that, I'm calling bunk on this shit.
I'd suggest Tinder, not trail cams. Natural relief. Sometimes when nature calls, you have no choice but to answer. This unfortunate image was captured by Dave York, a Californian user at bowsite.com. Dave's profile on the site claims he usually uses the trail cam to help him hunt, and he's proudly posted other photos of his hunts. But wait a minute. Is it just me, or does he look slightly familiar? Could it be that he forgot where his trail cams were when he was out hunting and accidentally snapped a different kind of nature taking its course?
Man, you're out in the woods. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. That comes crawling up on you. You gotta get that thing out.
Photo came with no explanation, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Remember, kids, if you're ever caught short, always check for cameras first. Owl and the Pussycat. Looks like somebody's cat got accepted to Hogwarts. Although it's a little less magical when you realize this huge barred owl, captured on a trail cam in Minnesota 2012, probably sees the cat as its next meal.
Well, yeah, he sees it as his next meal. That's a cool-ass picture, dude. That's awesome. It sucks, but I mean, it's nature. It is what it is. But a big-ass owl will take a cat in a heartbeat. Like, in a heartbeat. And that was his next meal.
Barred owls in this area are known for taking on larger prey by hoisting it into the air with a powerful wingspan that can reach 50 inches. They then drop their prey from up high to stun it and prevent it from fighting back. I guess no one told this owl that cats usually land on their feet. Don't moose with me. Do you think of moose as terrifying animals? No?
Yeah, moose will fuck you up, dude. Like, no exception.
How about now? Although it looks like this demonic moose just headbutted its way out of hell, the truth is that he's just growing into his antlers. The strange draping you see hanging off the bloody antlers is called velvet, a soft skin that coats the antlers that moose shed as they gain more testosterone during mating season. Eventually, the structure beneath hardens to bone, and when the season is over, he'll literally shake the outer layers off. Who shook it off better, the moose or Taylor Swift? Let me know in the comments down below.
That's gross as shit, dude. All that flesh coming off of them.
Target practice. If you thought a deer with a bucket in its horns was madness, take a look at this poor guy. According to internet sleuths on arkansashunting.net, this white-tailed buck appears to have tried his hand at a little target practice. Target deer are designed to help improve a hunter's aim, but back in 2011, this deer seems to have got confused and charged a target deer, assuming it was a rival, leaving it
Had to be during the rut.
stuck in his antlers. His inanimate opponent never stood a chance. Teamwork. With their little burglar eye mask markings, many people believe raccoons are just nature's thieves, but they're also surprisingly smart. As
Yeah, and they're jackasses. Complete jackasses.
proven in this trail camera image. Reddit user Stephanator117 claims that, about 6 years ago, she set her deer feeder high off the ground so other animals couldn't get to it. She thought this would save food for the deer, but these pesky raccoons found a way to work together, climbing on top of each other like a circus act in order to reach the food above. I knew they looked like little bandits for a reason.
That's pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Head to head. So you've seen surprising trail pictures of deer with all manner of bizarre things stuck in their antlers, but I promise you, this one tops them all. Taken in 2014, this image shows what used to be two elk that clearly went head to head at one point. It seems that during their rutting, their horns became locked together, resulting in a complete stalemate until one of them died, most likely from starvation. Elk rutting season usually kicks off in September, but this trail footage is dated in January.
Dude, what the hell? That is crazy. That thing's already like gone partial skeleton. He had to be tied up with this thing waiting for it to die for a long damn time. Or he's just been carrying it forever.
Meaning they may have been locked together for over 5 months. Damn, nature is metal. Animal friendship. In December 2018, a husky named Coda ran away from her family's home in Manitoba, Canada. After several days, she finally reappeared, but it turned out she wasn't alone on her little adventure. The family's neighbor kept game cams around the area, and when he checked them, he found multiple triggered shots of the missing husky hanging around, sleeping and being affectionate with a wild buck. It's the most unlikely of friendships.
That's actually really cool, I'm not gonna lie.
But the timestamps indicated the two stayed together for over 12 hours. It's not the most mainstream of pairings. I wonder if the pups will have antlers. Bigfoot or barefoot? In 2013, along the mountain ranges of Southwest Virginia, trail camera user Roger Williams caught a photo of something that he couldn't believe. A large, hulking black mask with
Like the back half, like this ass part looks like a bear, just because the no real tail and like the stubby legs got it. But that arm right there, it's a weird ass looking arm.
With bare arms and legs, almost humanoid in appearance. Once it reached the internet, it was met with masses of Bigfoot and Sasquatch fans claiming the beast was a legendary monster.
Honestly, it doesn't look like it's that big.
But on closer inspection, that doesn't seem half as likely when compared to this image of a mangy bear. Mange is a skin disease in mammals caused by parasitic bites, characterized by severe itching and hair loss. It's a condition that
Another mange, dude. If that's a manged out bear, that makes perfect sense.
can make dog paws look like monster feet, and most likely in this case, bears look
because they would lose all its fur, so that arm would be looking incredibly weird. Looks super skinny, which mange will do that to an animal. Plus the fur around his head looks like it's starting to go. I'll give it
like
that.
Bigfoot.
I think Bigfoot.
Weird deer. Now,
That is gross as shit.
here's an image that'll make you do a double take. This particularly unusual buck was apparently caught on trail camera around Nantucket back in 2013. The bulging sacs on its head may look like water balloons, but those are actually its antlers. Every year, bucks grow their antlers before mating season, and like all bodily growth, this requires blood and protein. Early in the season, the main branches of both of this buck's antlers were seemingly injured at the same time, causing blood to pool down into those bulging sacs known
I was
as
gonna say, because I've never seen that before.
drop tines. But don't worry, he can shed them and start fresh next year. If only all head injuries could be fixed so easily. Shake it off. Don't blink or you might just miss this next shot. In January 2020, at the end of the deer
Just shake his antlers off?
mating season, this 8-point buck was captured shaking its head so fast that both of its antlers were shed simultaneously.
Damn.
It happened so fast, even the deer was freaked out as the antlers clattered to the ground. The video was captured in Northfield, Vermont by Ann Savory, who uses trail cams to keep tabs on the wildlife in her local area. Not believing what she saw, Ann claims she went out and found both the antlers as proof of the event. That deer
That is crazy. That's cool as shit she went and found the antlers. I would have done the same thing.
sure knows how to shake things up. Following the deer. Trail cameras aren't always used for their intended purpose. Take this 2012 series called Following the Deer by photographer William Harper, for example. His supposed trail cam photos have circulated around the internet, claiming to capture odd occurrences in the Skokie Lagoons, a mythical-sounding nature reserve in Chicago. Like this older gentleman who seems really happy talking to a deer in the dead of night. Or this young, seemingly lost girl standing between two deer, including one where she appears milliseconds away from being hit by a charging buck. Unfortunately, though, despite what internet forums initially claimed,
That's that picture. Remember that one we were just looking at a second ago? That same little girl. It's just a more backed out picture. I don't know. There's something. That picture's just creepy. to
though,
me.
despite what internet forums initially claimed, these trail cam captures are really the product of a lot of
I've seen old men at the restaurants do some incredibly stupid shit, so there's no telling what this old man's up to.
artistic license and a heaping portion of Photoshop. Mousekeeping. It's not often you catch something wholesome on a trail cam, so this next piece of footage should leave you feeling nice and fuzzy inside. A 72-year-old retired English electrician set up a trail cam in his shed after he believed someone was playing a prank on him. He kept finding tools he'd left out on purpose had been mysteriously tidied away by the next morning, even though he lived alone. Was some strange helper breaking into his shed at night to clean up? Nope. Even stranger. What he actually found was that a resident mouse was responsible for his tidy workbench, inexplicably heaving away his tools back into the toolbox every night. The mouse may have been displaying a kind of nesting behavior, but I like to think this is just Stuart Little's long-lost cousin with a penchant for DIY.
No, dude, they'll do that. If they think they're building a nest, they'll grab every damn thing around them and start sticking it in.
Battle of the Bulge. At first glance, this doe looks like she's going through a pretty tough pregnancy. But on closer inspection, it's clear
Looks like a big-ass tumor.
to see that ain't no baby bump. Just like humans, deer can't always escape medical complications. And this looks like it could be a giant tumor, or maybe even a hernia gone horribly wrong. If it's the latter, that means it could have been caused by trauma to its midsection, like being hit by a car, or even a recent birth. Forget the deer, now I feel traumatized.
That was tough.
No way. Here's a question. What haunts the woods at night, appears bright white, and has been caught on camera? Did you think it was ghosts? Guess again. It's actually this incredibly rare albino deer buck. Captured back in 2011,
That's really cool, dude. I've seen some pretty cool-ass albino animals throughout my lifetime. They just, I don't know, they look awesome. They really do.
amazing color of the deer's coat is caused by a recessive gene that prevents the production of melanin. Without it, there's little or no natural pigment in the skin or hair, leaving it bright white. It's a rare occurrence, with research showing there's about a 1 in 20,000 chance of an albino fawn being born. Suffice it to say, this trail cam caught one very lucky shot. A deer can... Have you ever been quietly minding your own business when suddenly something terrifying makes you jump? As it turns out, it happens in the animal kingdom as well. In October 2011, this poor doe got the fright of its
It looks like it got hit by an invisible truck or something.
life and flung itself sideways, only to have its cowardly actions captured on camera. Well, it either veered out the wrong way, or it's just been hit by an invisible car. What do you think caused this massive swerve? Let me know in the comments.
Ah, that was weird.
Sasquatch.
That's fake as shit. I can tell you right now just by that first little image of it.
Back in 2014, self-taught photographer Steve
That dude looks like the dude that would lie about a Sasquatch video.
set up a trail cam outside his home in Wisconsin. He was hoping to capture and admire the local wildlife, but what he wasn't expecting to capture was this legendary appearance of a Sasquatch lumbering around outside his house. While Wisconsin has had 99 recorded Bigfoot sightings in the last 21 years, it's still a shock to see the famous beast on camera.
Nope.
But before all the cryptozoologists take to the comments, let's take a more logical look at this photo. This two-legged, shaggy
That's fake
figure
as shit.
also looks like someone dressed up in a ghillie suit. These are full-coverage camouflage outfits designed to help wearers blend seamlessly into...
Those ghillie suits are cool as shit, man. I love them. I'm not gonna lie. You could totally hide out. If you get the right kind and you're in the right kind of little field, you will disappear completely. Completely.
foliage. While they help hunters merge into the background, they can also be used in hilarious pranks like this. So, seeing as this supposed Sasquatch sighting is probably a prank, it looks like the ever-elusive
Harry and the
Bigfoot is
Hendersons.
yet to be seen. Satanic panic. Ghosts definitely aren't real,
That's that same old woman from the last one, dude. That just looks too set up for me.
right?
To walk up to the camera and then take a knee and then start doing some shit on the ground, like, nope.
Because if they're
Nope.
not, then how do you explain this creepy scene? Captured less than 3 minutes apart, these images seem to show the figure of a robed individual kneeling over in the midst of some unknown forest. Then the specter rises up and is strangely static, almost like it's letting the trail camera take a photo of it. What does it want the camera to see? This gives me the heebie-jeebies for a number of reasons. One, that doesn't look like a costume, unlike those earlier clowns. And two, it looks like they're praying? Who worships a deity in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night? Satanists? Cultists? Believers? Let me know who you think they're worshiping in the comments. CSI Nature. Now here's a pretty incredible crime scene you really...
Damn, is that a raccoon? I think it got chased up by a coyote or a fox. It's gotta be a coyote, that's too big. And they both just got stuck up and starved or something?
You have to see to believe. there's a raccoon and a coyote, one up the tree and one at the bottom, both of which were found dead at the scene. But can you figure out what's happened here? Though I'm no crime scene detective, it would appear that the coyote chased the raccoon up the tree and then got its front paw stuck. It gnawed and clawed against the trunk, as you can see from those markings, but was unable to get itself free.
Damn, you could tell what happened to that coyote. That's pretty damn obvious. And it sucks because you can tell he fought with everything he had to get his damn paw out of there besides just biting the damn thing off. But what happened to that raccoon?
Without any means of escape, both animals died, leaving a scene that looks like some kind of Greek tragedy. Now that is what you call a draw.
Yeah, so that raccoon just sat there thinking it was going to die if it dropped down, even though that coyote was stuck as shit.
Naturally nosy. Pennsylvania may seem like any other state, except there's something a little weird about the deer here. This video from 2016 was captured in Lancaster County and shows a white-tailed deer buck with two noses. You can see one just poking out of the top of the other. Could there be something in the water making Lancaster game mutate? I mean,
it's just genetics.
It's pretty hilarious to think deer in the area have started sprouting extra features to scare off hunters. But the reality is a little less funny. Dr. Justin Brown of the Pennsylvania Game Commission thinks the deer simply suffered an injury to its muzzle, exposing the nasal passages. There go my hopes and dreams of super mutant monstrosities getting hunters a run for their money. Dedication. On October 11th, 2012, these creepy trail cam images were captured in Lunenburg County, Virginia. While it seems a little early for Halloween costumes, the ominous figures lurching towards the camera are giving off real Night of the Living Dead vibes. Look, you can even see the exposed ribs of the shrieking zombie leading the charge.
I'm still going with meth head on this one.
But as with anything involving the supernatural, there's a lot to expose here. For a start, this is a photo of a photo. You can tell by the lamp reflection on the left, unless lamps are classed as wildlife now. So maybe this is just a picture of a TV screen with a bad movie on it. Also, the second image is just a close-up of the first one with the date stamp placed over it. It's a pretty obvious fake, and while I appreciate the effort, maybe leave the shenanigans until October 31st. Dear God! Can someone call a doctor for Bambi?
Dude, what the hell? What are those? That's something I've never seen before.
He's not looking too good. This image of a pretty abnormal white-tailed deer was captured on a trail cam belonging to the
He is. It looks sickly as hell.
The Quality Deer Management Association in America. According to their reports, the deer is suffering from a common condition known as deer warts. And no, it's not just a really bad breakout of deer acne. These huge wart-like growths are called cutaneous fibromas. They're caused by a virus that affects the skin, and though it's not contagious or usually fatal, it definitely isn't a pretty sight.
Oh, damn.
Jogging partner. At first glance, this heart-stopping trail cam image looks like a tragedy waiting to happen. But on closer inspection of the timestamp, you can tell this is actually a composite image.
Yeah. This is all too blurred out, then her foot's all blurred out. Nope.
The same track at two different times of the day. The images were taken on Brush Road, just off California State Highway 17. Apparently in 2013, the Brush Road Company was attempting to verify reported sightings of a pair of mountain lions in the area. They decided to publish the composite to warn runners of the danger around the area. Seeing as it's technically the same path, it's just about honest enough to be a valid warning.
It's a valid warning, but you can tell, like, that's... I thought it was like a ghost image at first. It was just overlapping it.
Either way, the jogger here gets to run another day. For now. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen captured on a trail cam? Let me know in the comments section below.
Alright, man, be sure to go sub Slapped Hand. Be sure to go sub Be Amazed. Both these channels are awesome. I just wanted to come out and take a look at it, have a little bit of fun tonight. Like I said, man, if you are new to the channel, please do think about subscribing. I really do appreciate that. And then hopefully I'll be able to bust out a Raider video here in the next day or two. So until next time, guys, I'm Son Joku. Thank you all very much for coming out. We will catch you guys on the next one.